On today's Nerd Talk, Godzilla versus Kong, the state of the Arrowverse, and Snake is going to give you the Walker. All coming up next. This is Primetime.
Talk nerdy to me. Get nerdy with me.
Welcome back, my nerd friends. This is Primetime, the only place where you can get the most fun, most relevant, and most amazing me. No, not me, the celebrity news and, talks, the nerd talk. So with that said, I'm your host, Mingo-Dee.
I'm your boy, Snake.
And of course, coming at you with the voice is your boy, the Hammer.
He's here, but he's not. But he's here. It's so weird.
He's just around.
He's just around.
He's not here. He's around though.
He's around.
I am everywhere, but I am nowhere.
I think that's one of those Batman riddles. Anyway, before we start the talk, I'm gonna give you that Nerd Nitrous news. Why? Because you love it so much. So, get my tablet on. So let's get straight on to it. First thing coming up, What is that heavy? Don't worry, it's not heavy. It's not heavy. Don't listen to him, guys. Let's get this Nerd Nitrous news going. So first on the Nerd Nitrous news, we're gonna talk about Wrong Turn. If you know anything about the movies The Wrong Turn, it's about the hillbilly guys that attack you when you go into their little place or wherever they live, and they attack you, and I guess they eat you and kill you. It's a scary movie, guys. You know this. But if you've been paying attention, the movies have dwindled and they've failed. They've pretty much, got saturated until now. Now the reviews are in and there is a reboot. And apparently it's really good. They've changed everything around, and it's pretty much about a cult. I know the subgenre cult thing, you've dealt with that before, but it really works for this movie. When you think about driving, it's very relatable. You could drive to a countryside or whatever, and then these people will attack you, and they can possibly be a part of a cult, maybe a religious cult, maybe a cult about chicken. I don't know. I haven't seen the movie, but apparently it's scary, and that enough is why I think you should go watch it, and I should go watch it. Moving on for more news, let's talk about the DC Universe. In the DC Universe, we all know that the Snyder Cut is coming out, and when the Snyder Cut is coming out, everybody is excited because I'm excited, you're excited, we're excited. The thing about the Snyder Cut is that we've all been wondering what's next. What's all this? Is Martian Manhunter coming? Is Superman going to be evil? What's going on? What about Steppenwolf? He has spikes on him, but apparently, Snyder Cut is all great, but they're not very good at keeping the leaks away, or I think it might be on purpose. So, the DC comic store, of all things, released or has been selling a T-shirt that shows Darkseid in his full armor ish. Okay, now look, the thing about it is that me and Snake was talking about this, and the thing about these things is that you don't really know if this is really going to be the real deal, but they like to tease and taunt and say, hey, this is what these things are. Look, personally, I don't like it. I saw it, and it looked weird. But then again, I saw Steppenwolf for the first time in the picture. But then when I saw him in the actual trailer, I was like, oh, okay, I can work with this. And, so in the Arrowverse, you saw Barry Allen Flash. He's not as bulky as cartoon Flash, but it works. So it could be one of those to where like, you know what, I can work with this. So I don't know. That's all I'm going to say about it. Go look it up. You can see it for yourself. You can make your own thoughts on it. If you want to put in comments, do that thing. Next on the news, let's talk about HBO Max. HBO Max is doing so many big things. As they know, they've done Wonder Woman, and they've released it on their platform and in theaters. But did you know they're making a Harry Potter TV series? I'm sure some of you was like, oh, we heard those rumors. Well, now it's actually confirmed-ish they've confirmed that they're in early production of doing the Harry Potter TV series. Now, to think about it, that's pretty much all you got. Warner Brothers haven't said anything. They're like, we don't know. We haven't anything on our schedule at all. So it's just HBO Max saying, well, just in early production. We don't even know what timeline it's going to be in. Is it going to be in the Magical Beast? Is it going to be, maybe we get to see Potter's kids? Because I think he has kids. I would assume he has kids. I don't know. Will J.K. Rowling, will she be a part of it? I don't know, because, she's been kind of distancing herself from this franchise. So who knows? I guess we'll find out in the future. And then last but not least on the Nerd Nitrous news, Jim Carrey, Mr. Jim Carrey himself has been talking with Kevin Feige. Yes, Marvel has approached him with talks on doing movies. Now this excites me because it's like, okay, this is Jim Carrey. What will he do? What movie will he be in? And I'm excited because it's like, okay, well, could they put him in Deadpool and then, him and Ryan Reynolds do like this little real funny thing? Will it be too much for Deadpool? Will they put him in Guardians of the Galaxy? Because he could fit there. You could see him and Chris Hemsworth and all that little funny stuff. Will they put him in something more serious? Will they put him in something to where he's like really like stabbing people? And I mean, it's MCU, you're not going to see like blood or anything. But I don't know. I'm excited. I mean, it's still, we don't know. They're just talking. So Jim Carrey could just say no. He might not really be interested, but it's Kevin, so I'm hoping that they get Jim, and I hope that it's something good because I really would like to see Jim Carrey in something else. I mean, I saw him in Dr. Robotnik. It was good, but I want to see him in something else. All right, that concludes the Nerd Nitrous news. All right, and now let's get to the meat and potatoes, and let's do this nerd talk. So, without all said and done, let's talk nerdy. You like that? Let's talk nerdy. Like I'm gonna try it. Keep doing this. Oh, I'm gonna do this next week too. You're gonna love it. All right. So first thing on the agenda I want to talk about, if you haven't seen it, is the Godzilla versus Kong. Man, I saw that and I was just like, oh, I was excited. I was so excited. I was really excited. I mean, I saw Godzilla. He like came out thing. Like that, and then Kong was just punching the ship or whatever. I think it was the ship, and they punched each other and they was fighting. If you don't know, man, it's they having the MonsterVerse, and it's something that everybody knows all these universes. I think Marvel pretty much started it. Marvel did big Marvel MCU, and now everybody's got these verses and everything. So they're doing the big MonsterVerse. They did it with Godzilla 2014. Then they did it with Kong Skull Island. And you can see it because they had like the bad guys. I'm not going to spoil anything. Go watch those movies or go look at, recap videos and whatnot. And they tell you the bad guys and the people that's involved with those both movies that they're in both movies. So go watch those. And then they did the third iteration, which was Godzilla King of the Monsters. And now they're doing this. And it looks like Godzilla's bad. I don't know. I just know they're fighting. I like it. I want to see it. I want to see more fighting. Godzilla fought the other ones, and I want to see Kong. He looks dope. The thing is, though, if you saw Kong Skull Island, Kong was short. They ain't got big. I don't know. Maybe they're gonna say he's always been that big. Maybe over time he got big. I don't know. But I'm excited. But I'm gonna ask my boys, Hammer, Snake, what y'all think? Y'all excited? What's going on? I'm gonna drink a drink.
First off, what do you get when you mix Godzilla, Saved by the Bell, and crystal meth?
What?
Boy, start over right now. What did you say?
What do you get? What do you get when you mix Godzilla,
Okay.
Saved by the Bell,
and
crystal meth?
And crystal meth. Godzilla, Saved by the Bell, and crystal meth. You know what? I have no idea. I'm not even going to try.
I'm not touching this.
Go Power Rangers.
You know what? I'm done.
No, You know what?
That's so much bullshit.
You know what?
You don't like that,
Hey.
Ray? You don't like?
Nope, I'm
Because I
offended,
get it.
sir. I'm offended. I do get it, but I'm offended.
I
Thank you.
get it. I get it. I get
Alright.
it. Wow.
All right, Ray. We need you to unmute for this one.
What?
Since you want to complain about that one. All right. So Godzilla walks into a bar, right?
Oh, another one?
Okay.
It collapsed.
You stupid. I'm done.
All right, I'm done. Nah, but I'm excited for it. I mean, I like Godzilla movies. Apparently the Mecha Godzilla is supposed to be like teased, or it's supposed to be like a Easter egg or something in the or something like that. And it's supposed to be there's another monster that's supposed to be. It's like the way that they're doing this, to me, seems like the whole Batman versus Superman. Remember how like it for the longest they were like, oh, Batman versus Superman, and then out of nowhere Doomsday came out, and then there was them against Doomsday. So it's giving me those type of vibes on how they're gonna. But I don't know. I think that they do fight. I mean, Batman versus Superman, they fought too, but I think they might have to team up on this other person. I don't know. But there's supposed to be another bad guy type in the movie.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, I'm excited. What about you, Hammer?
I saw the trailer for this, or I saw pictures for this. I don't really know how to feel about it yet. I mean, I thought Kong looked pretty dope. I get real squeamish when they get ready to do Godzilla movies, because there's no gray area with that. It's either really, really good or really, really bad. And I'm hoping it's not really bad. I really am hoping it's not really bad. So, I mean, why are we pointing? What is with the
Where
Trying
you're
to find you.
Oh, yeah, there's no finding me. I told you, I am everywhere, but I am nowhere. But yeah, that's kind of my opinion on it. I mean, I saw it. I'm gonna watch it because I'm a fan of Godzilla. I just don't. I hope they don't screw it up. I really hope they don't.
Yeah. I mean, I get you. I can see why I could be a little, why it's like, don't mess it up, get it right, and don't be screaming. It's not like the old, what is it, stop motion, like, it's not like that. So, what I'm excited for is that everything is at a higher resolution, and graphics have changed. And I mean, you can see that with the 2004 rendition, but I'm excited because with all of that, if we do get the mechas and all of the robots and all that stuff for different monsters and stuff, I mean, King of Monsters was pretty good. Then we can they can just keep it going. I don't know how long, because I'm not sure. I need to look up how many creatures are in it, because King of Monsters, he fought like at least 3, I think. And then before that.
And see, with that being said, you brought up a good point. Technology is better. The resolution in the movies is better. It's already a very, very CGI intensive movie, obviously, because there's no such thing as a damn gorilla that big, or that kind of a thunder lizard, or whatever the fuck Godzilla is. So it can be bad in the sense that it's so CGI intensive that it's if it's bad CGI, it's gonna come out, and you're gonna see it right off the bat. And that's
Like
what
the
I'm hoping
Mummy.
doesn't happen. Yes.
Y'all remember that? The Rock.
It ain't gonna be that bad.
Terrible CGI.
We've come a long way since then.
We have, and I'm hoping that the CGI is not super bad, because it will show up. There's no hiding it anymore with 8K and all this shit. You can't hide it.
Yeah. Well, let's move on. Let's talk about the state of the Arrowverse. Now, this one, whew, it's gonna be tough. I want to talk about this because there's a lot to talk about. First off, as you know, Supergirl is ending. Melissa, she's married, so she had to be married and have babies or whatnot. Whatever, you're a superstar and you're Supergirl. Why you gotta have babies too? But whatever. So her show is ending, and Black Lightning is also ending, which is like, dang. So it's like, first Arrow ended, which it was due 8 seasons, and now Supergirl's ending, and Black Lightning's ending, and Stargirl is doing great, so it's keeping everybody up, and the Flash is trying to be the leader and hold everybody up. But now there are talks that Batwoman might be ending, if not this season, next season, if all the ratings don't pick back up. Apparently, DC fans like us nerds, the true fans, we're holding it together. We're keeping it up. But regular people, honestly, first, let me say this. I hate that the TV people out there, that they're judging this show based off now, when we know the sports is here and everybody wants to watch their sports and the Super Bowl. I mean, I watched a little bit of it, so it's there because my son he likes football. But it's the fact that you're saying, oh, well, the ratings are bad. Yeah, it's going against, a AFC championship, which that's like the second to the highest under the Super Bowl. So how dare you say that, oh, this is going to outbeat that? They've been promoting football since probably January last year. They haven't been promoting Batwoman since January last year like they promoted that. So you can't, it's not a fair comparison, and that's not fair, and I hate that. So to say that they're thinking that they might cancel it, I'm sorry, didn't mean to go on the rant. Anyway.
Well, also they need to rethink the way that they do their ratings and stuff, especially now because of COVID, everything's being streamed. Like people have Fire Sticks. Like there's so much, like it could be being watched and they don't even freaking know it. So like they need to restructure this because like there's a lot of stuff that's going under the radar.
And they need to quit basing everything off of one damn episode.
Yeah.
Yes.
One episode.
Yes.
It's one episode.
And she's pretty. She is gorgeous. What is wrong with y'all? She is gorgeous.
However,
his eyebrow.
when we get into Walker, it's only been one episode. So
whoa. That's not yet.
No, anyway. I know. I'm preparing you.
Yeah. So anyway, to get back to it, it's wondering, will the Arrowverse last? Because now it's like you said, with COVID, with streaming and everything, and it seems like everything is all out. Because the way I see it, the way to save it would be you would have to pull the Flash. You would have to pull the next crossover with the Flash, bringing everybody together, using Stargirl, and maybe if you do end Batwoman, you kill off Batwoman, or maybe you kill Supergirl, like, Dark Side comes into play, and then that's why Superman has to come back with Lois, with Superman and Lois, or whatever. Something has to make it to where everybody's like, because it seems like since COVID and all this happened, that they're just got everything out of order and they don't really know how to keep their shows. But, because you have big name stars like China Anne McClain and others who they're just sitting on their butts waiting to do something, and because of COVID, they're going to get a call and they're like, well, I'm out. And that type of stuff happens. I'm not saying she did that, but what if she did? And what if others did the same thing? So if
I'm China Anne, I would totally hook up with some of my Disney connects and get in the Marvelverse. They say the hell with it. I'm just saying.
See? And so stuff like that can happen. So I don't know what the guy is doing, but I want him to. I want the Arrowverse to be saved. I like it. It's the best thing until the Snyder Cut. So I mean, and it kind of connected all the other DC properties together again and made it cohesive. So I don't know. I'm wondering. I'm worried, but there's hope for Stargirl.
The thing is, though, like even if these other shows are ending, there are tons of other characters they can make new shows about. So
yeah, well, let's hope they do it. We're rooting for it. So, what do y'all think about that? Put in the comments. Let us know. Now, what I've been waiting for. All right. So, speaking of the CW, Walker premiered. If you don't know what Walker is, it's Walker, Texas Ranger. You know, with Chuck Norris and all that. But it's not that rendition because that happened years ago. This one has Jerry Padalecki from Supernatural. He's supposed to be Walker. Now, it's not that bad. Now, me personally, I would have chose the other guy, Jensen Ackles, because he seems more gritty. Seemed like he probably could have played a better Walker, in my opinion. But whatever, casting aside,
But
they chose
Jensen is busy. Jensen is
yeah,
busy with the
yeah,
boys.
with the
He's
boys.
busy with
Yeah,
the boys.
maybe that's probably why he turned it down. That is true. So, but casting aside, the script was written. Even Chuck Norris said, "Okay, I'm gonna let you do the show," and then the show came out. I didn't get a chance to watch it yet. I was gonna watch it today, and then talk to Snake, and Snake was like, "Bruh," and I was like, "What happened?" And then when I said that, he said, "I'm just gonna let him take over." So, enjoy.
Yeah, I had a big rant with Domingo. I had a big rant with him a while ago, and I think that's what he's wanting me to rant about, right? Oh my God. It's disgraceful. I'm going to say that right now. It's disgraceful. Like how they did this movie or show. My bad. So, when we watched it the other day, it's only been one episode, like I was saying earlier. And it's already just, it's so bad. Like, I feel like it's only going to have this one season. Like, that's how bad it is. Like, I do not want to watch another freaking episode. That's how bad it is. I do not want to see it because this is not Walker. It's not. Like, maybe I'm a bias because I watched Walker, Texas Ranger, and that was good. This is not. Like, and if you're a fan of Walker, Texas Ranger, you're not going to like this. If you're a true fan, really. It's just, he doesn't play Walker. He doesn't portray Walker the way Walker should be. Like, and I know that everybody say, "Oh, well, this is a new Walker," but it's supposed to, the way they're going, is supposed to take off right where the other one left off. Like, he's married, he has 2 kids. Like, and even in the show, they refer to him as the legendary Walker. Like, so he's already supposed to had been in there and been a badass. He's not a badass in this show at all. Like, I mean, his wife gets shot. Like, it's nothing spoiler about this because it's all in the trailer. His wife gets shot by the border, and then he's left with his 2 kids, and he's like all distraught and stuff because his wife died, and he's trying to figure out who killed his wife and why. The entire storyline is the exact storyline of Lethal Weapon with Riggs. Same freaking storyline. Riggs, his wife he's trying to investigate. He's all drunk and drinking and all that. Walker. Like, nothing. I was like, how are they letting this happen? Why? Like, they could have easily made this good, but it's not. Like, he's not going to do no martial arts, apparently. Like, somebody swung at him and he had a hard time dealing with him. It's not based in Dallas anymore. It's in Austin. So there's that. I mean, it's just, there's so much with this. It's just,
it's one episode. You're basing it off of one episode.
Yes, I am. Yes, I am. And I told you, like, I don't like when people base it off one episode, but at the same time, this one,
it's one episode, man.
I am.
You really shouldn't do it off of one episode, man.
I'm not. The reason I'm not. Reason I could date it is because I already know where the storyline's going. Like, because we've seen it already.
Okay. I'm not gonna get into it because we'll be here all night. I reserve judgment.
then there's the whole like whenever his wife died, like he's distraught, whatever. But then it does like a 10 months, 11 months later, like flash forward, just months, just 11 months. And apparently he got back. He said he's been gone for 10 months. Okay, so that basically tells you a month after the wife died, he left to go undercover to investigate his wife dying. He went for his job because he's a Texas Ranger to investigate who killed his wife. Right? He left his 2 kids, which are teenagers, by the way, for 11 months. I'm gonna kick this into your head. It's just months. Left him with his mom and dad to be, and his brother, like his family to take care of, so he could go figure out who killed their mother. How are they going to mainly the daughter, when he comes back, how is she going to catch an attitude that he left them? Like, he's been gone 10 months to figure out who killed your mother, and you're going to get mad? Really? You're going to get upset? He left. You got daddy issues and you're in high school? It's just, there was so much frustrating. It was so infuriating. Then the mother, the dad, like have like these little things, like when he has to answer his phone, like for work or something, like they're like giving him all these side looks and different like little things. Like he's a freaking Texas Ranger. Y'all know his job. Like, why? I hate when people do that.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. It just, there's so much that was ticking me off.
I'm not touching this because the world that he lives in. See, I'm not touching this. I'm not touching this. You just go ahead. Finish what you're saying.
The world of what lives in? That I live in?
Yes, but we're not. It's not what we're talking about. We don't have enough time. It's not what we're talking about.
All right, so
I want to know what world I live in now. I lived in this world.
All right, so with all of that being said, everybody, as you can see, that you see from an actual, your side is on, never know here in my little bubble. But as you can see, dealing what Snake is talking about, Snake is he watched the original Walker. And yes, it's one episode, and maybe he shouldn't judge it off one episode, but you have to think about it when you read one comic or when you watch your first anime or if you go see a movie for the first time or half of it or a little bit of it, it can't get to you. That being said, I remember I watched the entire Supergirl season 1, hated it. Then season 2 was way better, and it actually got better. But this is still a COVID world and streaming and all the stuff we talked about with Batwoman. So I really hope that they get it together, because if they don't, and by get it together, I mean, as the stuff that Snake said, because this isn't the only thing. Reviews have said that it wasn't that great. That I would think he would need martial arts. At least bring the martial arts back. I think if he brought the martial arts back, that might be classic Walker and fix some of the storyline issues, and it'll be better.
Apparently, the reasoning why that the reason that they did a lot of these changes were because of the world that's going on right now. Like they compared the old one to now, and like back then it was like martial arts everywhere. Now they took that away because they're going to be doing the whole police brutality everywhere things and stuff like that. So they're trying not to touch that. So they took it out.
Okay. I can understand that to a certain degree. And then still, yeah,
bro, I'm with you. I understand. Yeah. Like we are here. Like
because John Wick, and not only that, the actual real life Navy SEALs and actual real life undercover cops and stuff, they still have skills. Now, I'm not saying that he has to go in like the old school Walker and just beat heads everywhere, but if a dude punch at you, you should be able to boom, boom, boom. Like be able to do some martial arts, and they be like, and then they're like, oh man, you are a legend. And he's like, whatever, something. Yeah. Like he don't gotta chill and beat everybody up on every episode. I mean, I know it's the first episode, so we gotta wait to see. But least show that he still has martial arts. Don't just cut it out the show. And like I said, I know it's first episode, so we gotta wait and see. Hopefully they'll listen and they'll put it back.
And the thing is, like, whenever he did that little scuffle with the guy in this, like, he gets reprimanded at work by the captain. It's like, you can't do that. That little bit that he did, like, didn't he, like, it wasn't nothing. And he was like, all right. So I was like,
okay, now this goes back to another rant that we had, I think last season. Yeah, so this is season 2.
So yeah, so basically all the changes that to Walker is mainly because of everything that's going on in the world right now. So police brutality, so they took the martial arts and stuff out to do more police techniques, more realistic, I guess. And then like the sidekick being a woman, they want more woman rights, like the woman charge, the racial calming, pretty much, like to do more of a understanding of racialness, and they're trying to focus on that, like racial issues. That's in there that wasn't in Walker as much. I mean, so they're trying to grab everything that's going on and throw it into it.
See, and that's the problem with a lot of shows. Like, it's the same thing they did when it came to homosexuality. They were trying to cram it, and it's like, you can't cram it. Let it flow naturally, like how the world normally flows. You have a couple of episodes, then somebody comes out of town that may be gay, or somebody comes out of town that may be a badass woman. And, not just first episode or 3 episodes in. Like, that's not how you write a script, people. Like, look at Marvel. Marvel does it right. Or look at some other movies like John Wick and others that do it right. Like, that's the way. But again, this is the CW. Oh my God, CW again. The CW, they do this. They've done it with some of the Arrowverse shows, and they had to fix it later on. But it's one of the things. Like, I understand that people are scared of trolls on the internet. We might even get trolls. Go ahead, comment. I want
gives us some comments.
But the thing is, you can't be afraid of people. That's freedom of speech. People gonna say what they want. That's fine. If you have a creative voice, do your thing, or or whatever. But don't just your show sucks. I gotta change it real quick. No, not necessarily. If it literally sucks because your script is bad, that's one thing. But if it sucks because somebody just opinions, come on, man. I mean, you guys are professional writers. Come on, man, professionals. Come on. But that's my show, people. It was a great show. We had a great talk. This is what I'm talking about. This is nerdy talk at its finest. I don't have glasses, but if I did, I would do this like that. That's what they do. So, but catch us next time. Make sure you like. It's one of those buttons over here. Make sure you comment. Make sure you subscribe. And by subscribe, I mean YouTube, people. This is YouTube. Subscribe here. The only place to be nerdy, the only nerdy place in town. I know you're like, what about that place? Don't worry about that place. What about this place? Don't worry about them. Worry about us. Subscribe. Okay? And follow us on Facebook. And when we have the others, which we might actually have it, go look for us. Google us. And we'll catch y'all next time. So live long and nerdy. I don't know. We'll work on it.
Yeah. I'm gonna just leave that alone.
See you guys later.